All right, for this problem, we've got cosine of 2 theta plus 4 sine squared theta equals 3 sine theta. So, and we're asked to solve for theta between 0 and 2 pi. So for this one, there's a couple of things that we'll notice. One is that we've got a double angle here, cosine of 2 theta, where these are just sine squared of theta, sine of theta. The other thing is that we've got a cosine and a sine and sine squared. So what we're going to do on this one, let's use our double angle identity to change this cosine of 2 theta into something with just a single angle theta. And while we're at it, we've got 3 choices for cosine of 2 theta. There's 3 identities. And we're going to choose the one that just has sine in it so that our entire equation will just be sine. So cosine 2 theta is equal to 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. And so we replace that with this, and then everything else will stay the same for now. All right, now we've gotten rid of both of our problems. We no longer have any double angles, and we only have sine in the equation. All right, so we have a sine squared and a sine, so we know that we're going to have to factor this. So let's get everything onto one side of the equation, leave the other side of the equation equal to 0. So we'll subtract 3 sine theta from both sides. And so this side is going to be 0. On this side, let's go ahead and arrange some of our terms here. So negative 2 sine squared theta plus 4 sine squared theta is 2 sine squared theta. And then we've got this negative 3 sine theta, and then plus 1 here. Now we've got it in a nice order. We can factor this. All right, so to make 2 sine squared theta, we're going to need a 2 sine theta and a sine theta. And to multiply to 1, we need a 1 and a 1. And they're both going to need to be negative in order to multiply to a positive 1 and add to this negative 3 sine theta. All right, so now we have 2 factors equal to 0. We can set each of those factors separately equal to 0. So here, if we subtract or add 1 to both sides and divide by 2, we get sine theta is equal to 1/2. Over here, if we add 1 to both sides, we get sine theta is equal to 1. And now we need to look at our unit circle and figure out the sine of what angle is equal to 1/2 or 1. So if we look over here, sine is equal to 1/2 at pi over 6 and at 5 pi over 6. And sine is equal to 1 at pi over 2. So our 3 angles are going to be pi over 6, pi over 2, and 5 pi over 6. So those are our 3 angles for this one.